Right, so welcome to the Adelaide VGC Force Park
Cash Prize
Cash Prize
Tournament.
Tournament.
My name's David. I'm here joined with Scott Kennedy. We're jumping into.
I'm muted. How
We're
about
starting off our first match
that? Better?
with Kai and who's this on the
Atlas.
date list? That might be Will. Kai is running a Star Raptor and Gengar team. I'm curious to know if this Gengar is the Mega version.
It is Mega, yeah.
And on the other side, we have another Star Raptor and potentially Scrafty team.
So I know Kai's, unless he's changed it, you're looking at fake tears on the Whimsicott. And I believe it's Charm on. That's definitely Scarf Raptor.
Oh,
I think the
yeah.
Lizard
So
double up here comes.
he might be trying to set up the Trick Room. This is classic combination where they typically go for Final Gambit, but the problem here is Gengar is Ghost type, which is immune to the Final Gambit. So he might be trying to take a different route to get there.
Now it's definitely Scarf Staraptor.
Yep.
Outsped Gengar. Interesting though, because now you've got the slowest thing on the field, and
Mhm.
Krigaraf, though it's probably got Psychic can take care of the Gengar.
That's why typically if you go for the Final Gambit, you get that free switch in on
Yeah.
your first turn of Trick Room.
And then you,
Maybe I can see what he was doing, trying to get the damage onto the Gengar.
not a bad idea because you
Probably
got
hoping,
Gambit coming in here, I think.
yeah, probably hoping he could pick
Ooh,
up the KO.
the,
But potentially Final Gambit into the Whimsicott would have been better.
I think that means that Kai's left Gambit at home, which is an interesting thing into a Trick Room. I suppose if he gets Torkoal and you don't want Gambit in front of Torkoal,
Hmm.
I personally would have Staraptor there. Rough. Because
The
Staraptor would have KO'd itself to either Garchomp
yeah,
or Brave Bird on Whimsicott.
yeah, and we know Frigoroths are typically really bulky. It could be Colbur or Citrus Berry usually. So getting some extra chip on it would have been really impactful going into the
So
mid game.
now the question is, do you think it's Torkoal or Scrafty in the back?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean,
Given that he didn't final
considering
Gambit, I
it,
reckon it's
yeah,
Scrafty.
and considering he just brought out the Sylveon, I reckon it's the Torkoal as well.
I not bad. I feel like you. Okay, so we definitely know there's no. I think Kai, if he's not going to try and block the Trick Room, he needs to just game two
Mhm.
with the King Gambit. But then Atlas, that was the name for the Atlas is. Ghost Atlas. Okay, we'll say Atlas. So
Yeah, I would in game 2. I'd love to see Kai, if he can't prevent the Trick Room from going up, at least using his turns to go for double protects and make defensive switches to wait out the Trick Room turns, and
um,
also getting that chip into the Farigiraf so that he can clean it up once the Trick Room ends.
yeah, I was going to say, do you think a flat type of voice would kill Gengar?
From this range, I would say so.
With I think Helping Hand definitely, but this should kill Sinnoh.
So the Sylveon, although Signature is a ghost type, Sylveon has the Pixelate ability, which turns its normal type moves into fairy type and also gives it a 1.2 boost.
Yeah, I believe 1.2.
So how many turns of Trick Room do we have left? Is it finished? I think it's
Check the battle info.
expired.
One turn.
One
Okay, so
turn left.
if Gengar can get a double and Garchomp will protect
Garchomp
surely,
definitely needs to protect this turn.
unless he's a 4 attack Garchomp. Uh, oh, that means he's a 4 attack Garchomp. It's a Scarf.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
unless it's Rosalie Berry, in which case it could tank. Oh, that's gone.
Oh
Okay,
no.
so are we
So
thinking Scarf Garchomp then?
yeah, considering that he didn't protect on either returns that Garchomp was on the field, um, I'm What do you think Kai can do in game 2?
Difficult. Honestly, it's pretty over, isn't it? Half a voice. Game 2, I think he needs Gambit.
Yeah, because I mean, the concern is the Torkoal Vileplume lead, right? Going after you. But it's also really good into the Scrafty lead. It's good into the Staraptor lead. You're gonna proc its Defiant. You
So
get rid of the Frigoraph,
I think
and then you can Sucker Punch everything.
I think Kai's window here for the window. Kai's angle here is going to be Raptor. Right, so if he can get the boost early, he can get through Trick Room and by just relying on Staraptor.
True.
But that also can be if sitting duck for Final Gambit. But you get that kind of window where you can kind of get your Staraptor under Trick Room. Yes, you can eat a Twin Beam, but you can thanks to Fake Tears yourself first.
Would you consider maybe leading with the Sinister so you can redirect the Final Gambit Staraptor? Because if he just kills his Staraptor turn 1, that's not great. Also, there's a consideration of using the Fake Tears on Whimsicott to boost special defenses
Even in Trick
once
Room.
he brings the Sylveon in
Yep.
to deal with the Staraptor.
Well, you can do it preemptively as when you look at what he's got in the back. If he brings Scrafty in the back, already Mega, then you are essentially like get boost from the States. And then if
Yeah,
he Megas Scrafty, it's a +2 boost.
yeah.
Right?
It really disincentivizes it for going. So
So
he did go with the Gambit lead.
now, does he have Sash Gambit? That's the question. Sash. But this is huge, right? So Final Gambit, King Gambit Space HP.
It's pretty high.
Might be a bit past.
It could live, but it could.
But then you don't want your King Gambit to be that low.
Oh, okay. So he's switched out the Frigoraph in favor of the Sylveon,
So
which
yeah,
is
close
a
combat.
defensive switch. It seems like
It is Sash.
oh, it's Sash confirmed.
Yep.
Seems like he wasn't confident that Final Gambit would pick up the KO, which totally makes sense because Gambit has a high HP than Staraptor.
Oh,
Okay.
so you now know that Sash is on the Gambit. So Whimsicott is probably, imagine Fairy Feather or Mental Herb. I don't know what you would run on. What here about Sash?
Very interesting. So he goes for a Protect on the King Gambit. He did have a pick of going for Iron Head into the Sylveon, or he could have Tailwinded Iron Headed the Staraptor slot as well. But then you run the risk of losing your King Gambit. So Protect is good here because now he applies pressure onto this Farigiraf. And I think Stateless was kind of hoping if I can get rid of this King Gambit, then my Farigiraf will be free. So he's kind of getting one step ahead.
It's very hard down though, the 1% HP, and King
Mhm.
Gambit can only hit one target, right? So it's either Tailwind. So it depends also how fast
He must think it's. He must know or is gambling that his King Gambit is faster, and it is faster.
So this would be a double KO coming out from Sylveon here. So now it's a matter of, do you think Kai brought King Gambit or Gengar? If he's brought Gengar, he's in a pretty good spot here where Staraptor can't do heaps to it. KO itself by a Brave Bird.
Yep, and can't hit it with the close combat.
And the Final Gambit also won't do it.
And if it's Garchomp in the back, that it's just going to chip away at it with its rough skin. But we do see this.
Honestly, Staraptor is also good here as well, though. Okay, so he's gone Gengar. So he's committed to Gengar both games here.
So outside of the Staraptor, he should have the speed advantage, and this Gengar is staring down a Sylveon, which is not too happy about the Sludge Bomb from the Gengar.
Now, depending how Kai's train, it could survive a Brave Bird.
We did see the Focus Sash was on the King Gambit, so it's unlikely. But some people, I assume, would train their Sinisters quite defensively.
I know mine can survive a base form Raptor Brave Bird.
So then the Staraptor would just die to its own Brave Bird recoil. So we do have a slight interruption, but how do you think that turn's going to play out?
I'm expecting to see a Sludge Bomb into the Sylveon slot and then a Brave Bird into the slot. It's going to come down to how bulky this Sinister is. Given defensiveness of Kingambit, Garchomp, Gengar, and Raptor, I think Sinister is probably going to be the bulkier side as a support piece more than just damaging piece. I think it should be able to survive.
I reckon you're right. Bird. Probably outside of a crit. And then in the back, probably the Torkoal, and then we're probably I don't know if Kai's got Magic Etcher and Shadow Ball, or just one of them.
Yeah.
But that plus Sludge Bomb might be able to 1v1 the Torkoal.
So, okay, we had the Sludge Bomb in the Sylveon, and then...
Oh, he's switched out.
Does that mean Staraptor died last turn? Which is HP?
So the Sylveon must have protected the previous turn, and Staraptor... what's its HP at? Oh, it was full. So what happened?
So, did he swap the... No. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how Sinister was full health. He kind of locked close combat, final game.
Maybe he protected the Sinistcha and sludge bombed the.
But then it means he's running probably most likely Magic Gotcha, Shadow Ball, Protect, drop Trick Room or Rage Powder. Fully, it's got to have Trick Room Rage Powder is what.
Yeah.
Yeah, if one of them timed out, or if one of them DC'd, that could why maybe a close combat or a final gambit was locked into.
Yeah. So Kai was able to bring it back in game 2. He used that adjustment of Kingambit, which is really good. It really helped him set him up for the end game. Where outside of Staraptor, he had the speed advantage with his Gengar.
So, in terms of statless perspective, what do you think his adjustment should be?
Oh, statless' side now.
I think he needs to either ditch the Raptor or in turn for Vileplume, Rage Powder, Trick Room up.
Yes.
Or he needs to final gambit that turn, take out the. Oh, okay. So Kai's decided, it's time for
this is what you were talking about in game 2. So if you Rage Powder, the potential Brave Bird, or the final Gambit, then you can get yourself set up with a close combat defense boost, and then potentially you bring in the Whimsicott and side Fake Tears if he's got the Sylveon in the back, and then your Staraptor essentially becomes a raid boss.
So big call on Kai's end, not Rage Powdering and just leaving the Staraptor open, but he's got away with it.
It's a very brave opening turn.
But then he also didn't Mega Staraptor.
No.
Now that's an accident, because if you want to set up, you need that first turn.
If he goes for the close combat, boosting, he's going to reduce his own defenses.
Now I know Kai's been getting more confident lately, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Trick Room read here with a Trick Room reversal. But still, very big missed opportunity for the close combat on a bit like a. I think he forgot to Mega.
He totally forgot to Mega. So Staraptor Mega ability is contrary. So
he calls the Trick Room reversal. So that's something. But now you've got a -1 attack, -1 defenses Raptor. He's not in a great spot. So I think he needs to swap out here.
This would have been like a really great position if he had
if he'd Mega in close combat, different game entirely. But now
he's going to have to scramble to try and get back in it and find a position that is favorable for him.
The advantage he does have is that he is got the speed on his side because he read the trick. But yeah, not Megaing this Raptor and close combating. Yeah, not a great position.
I think a good defensive play he could make right now is switching into the Kingambit. We saw that the King Gambit was faster than the Sylveon last time. So if he can get this turn correct as
Oh, he's
well,
just committing to it.
he's committing to just getting some chip damage onto the Sylveon
Maybe he
and saying,
wants to go up now. He's like, get the Trick Room. I'll get King Gambit out the back. And maybe he's got Mega Gengar, so perhaps the Staraptor's a sacrificial piece here.
oh,
But I think you make that read turn 1 would have 100% him in a good. Now I
yes,
imagine Trick Room up. Yep.
Trick Room goes up. I'm expecting the King Gambit to come out here.
Yep.
King Gambit, and then he's still got the Staraptor in the back. And we saw the King Gambit was faster outside of Trick Room, so the Sylveon and Frigoraph is going to move first.
Now, Hyper Beam. Oh, it's Focus Sash. Never going to one-shot it.
No, so I suspect Stateless might go for a helping hand. No, but we see the switch out into the Scrafty. This is a
risky,
very
very
interesting
risky
play.
You now are giving King Gambit the boot.
You're also giving this Sinistcha an opportunity to reverse the Trick Room.
Okay, so I imagine this is going to be reversal.
Oh.
Now,
Wonder what he was thinking.
Now here comes the bait. Does Frigoraph come back in and block a Sucker Punch? Because I think a +1 Sucker Punch will.
Scrafty, he's also got Fake Out potentially.
Yeah, from the Scrafty, yeah.
Which would break its sash, and the King Gambit just protected. So
a lot of the Scrafties don't run Fake Out though. They'll run a Poison Jab, Close Combat, Knockoff.
Yeah.
It depends what kind got on Atlas's Scrafty. Even he doesn't have Screen, I imagine it's not the Drain Punch set. It has to be Knockoff and distance, but you can't swing a into a Rage Powder.
Also, confirmation he's got 2 Intimidators.
Now this is bad. So this is giving King Gambit full reign here to just swing away. Now it also depends on the speed interactions here. So if Sylveon's able to go first, might be able to get a KO.
He just goes for the Sinistcha.
Now there's no point in Hyper Beaming here because Gambit has Focus Sash. It's a bit of a risky play.
Yeah.
Although if you think that you're going to go down anyway, Iron Head or Kowtow Cleave. Now if Kai's read that and his low kicks so in that case there's no downside to doing Hyper Beam.
No, and now the Staraptor's going to come in, and the King Gambit should be at +4 or 5. So it's had 2 drops and 2 rises, and then another drop and another rise. So
it should be
+3.
+2. Been 2 Intimidates, hasn't it? Or was it 3? No, it's 3 Intimidates. So 3.
Oh no, the Frigoraph is still there.
No, was it on the field at the start? No, it wasn't. So it should be +2. Okay. Now, Mega Gengar has to bring me. So from Statless's side of things, if you get rid of Scrafty, honestly, Statless isn't really.
Yeah.
Both his Pokemon outspeed. Got Frigoraph out the back to swap in and block a Sucker Punch.
Yeah, you could potentially go for a knockoff into this Gengar and Hyper Voice, and that will just pick off the King Gambit, which is on 1 HP thanks to its sash. The Protect makes sense here.
So maybe you're hoping that you've EV'd.
Oh, very bad. Yeah, this is looking very bad for Kai now. I don't see a way that he can come back into this.
Unless there's a close combat into. Okay.
Nah.
So
yeah,
very good read from Statless.
With Frigoraph on the field, it becomes. I don't know. I feel like a really big missed opportunity for Kai. He had that really good start with the Sinistcha and the Staraptor.
That turn 1, if he decided to commit to Staraptor instead of committing to the Mega Gengar, I think you're getting +2 on your +2 on your Staraptor before anything swings into it. Yeah, or completely different game because super effective damage is now essentially normal damage. Right? can then also just roost through Trick Room.
Yeah.
Pivot Sinister in and out a couple of times, and pretty good position.
Yes, and the fact that he brought Scrafty and Staraptor meant that there were so many Intimidates coming in that would have boosted its attacks. Same with the King Gambit.
Imagine a game where you've got Raptor at +2 attack, +3, +4 answers.
You're switching in and out that Sinistcha, keeping it healthy, using its Rage Powders.
So I think that's one of the situations where having that preconceived idea in your head, I'm going Mega Gengar, but I'm going to bring Staraptor just to chip damage.
Yeah.
I think you need to be more flexible. You need to tell yourself, okay, this is actually a really good lead for me. I can get set up here. Yes, I'm intimidated, so it's -1, but I've got back anyway.
Yeah.
You know, okay, either going to pivot out the Staraptor or try and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the Gengar in the back, the Gengar is fast and strong enough that it can act outside of Trick Room. So if you wait out those turns, even without the Mega, the Gengar would have been good. I wonder if he got a little bit frazzled and just thought they would be good as two Pokemon separately, and then kind of realized last minute that they were his two Mega options.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So there are definitely games bring both your Mega options, but it definitely requires that flexible mindset of you need to recognize very early which is going to be your better Mega, and then tunnel in on that. And I think in that game, I think Staraptor turn 1 Mega to the close combat Trick Room reversal. That was position.
Yeah. And there was also a moment there where Statlas played defensively, switching in the Scrafty, protecting the Sylveon, where Kai could have gone for the Trick Room reversal.
Yep.
That would have favored him as well. Yep. But because he didn't get that, he was then on the back foot trying to wait out those Trick Room turns, and he didn't have enough turns left in him.
I think the way you're looking at it from that perspective is looking at a Farigiraf next to a Sylveon, and you know a Hyper Voice plus a Hyper Beam kill Gambit. So you're like, I'll protect the King Gambit, I'll kill the Sylveon, and then Gambit's in a good spot. But you miss the opportunity for Trick Room Reversal. You could protect Trick Room Reversal in different game.
Exactly. And like the Sylveon was low, but Sylveon also has a really high base special defense.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if the defensive Sinistcha would have had enough in the tank to actually pick up the KO anyway.
So we know it's not life due, right? So Matcha Gotcha, Shadow Ball, Trick Room, and then
actually, we ever see the Rage Powder?
We didn't see Rage Powder, so maybe it doesn't have Rage Powder.
Could be Protect. I think maybe
it could also be Strength Sap if you own Staraptor too.
Yeah, I'm really so congratulations to Statlas for taking that out. Yeah, we never saw the final Gambit from the Staraptor. We never got to see Vileplume and Torkoal. I think that would have been good. I wonder if he was scared about the Whimsicott.
Yeah. I mean, with that being said, got Farigiraf to stop. Like Whimsicott's in Trick Room, Giraffe. You can still side target, which means you need to go the Staraptor route. But I think that would have been a good play from Kai, say having Sinistcha Staraptor, having Whimsicott and probably King Gambit in the back. I think would have been.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that because the side fake tiers is so valuable. Like you get the close combat defense up for yourself. That covers for your defenses, and there's not really many on the field. And then you're really worried about the Sylveon and potentially the Torkoal as well. But Sylveon's applying that super effective damage with that Pixelate, plus I assume Fairy Feather. Yeah. So you bring the bring the Whimsicott in, or let the Sinistcha die. Bring the Whimsicott in, side fake tiers, and all of a sudden.
The +4 Staraptor that can just spam Roost as well. Like you don't have to attack. You can literally stat boost and Roost, and just Roost through the Trick Room turns, and then pick off one slot at a time because you've got the bulkiness to give any one attack. Right?
You could alternate between the Roost, the Protect, switching Whimsicott, get the side fake tiers, and then switch in the Sinistcha for extra healing, extra redirection. Keep that that Staraptor safe, and then it's just outside of Trick Room, close combat, Brave Birds, can really, and then on top of that, having the Kingambit next to it as well, which really threatens the Sylveon, and outside of getting rid of the Farigiraf, can really apply a lot of damage using Sucker Punch,
Yeah.
whether they're inside or outside of Trick Room.
So another thing Kai could have looked at doing in that last game there was trying to eliminate the Farigiraf as soon as possible. Because then if you can get rid of Farigiraf, you open up your priority moves.
Yep.
And with Sylveon sitting at 20% HP and a +1 Gambit, Sucker Punch is still going to KO.
Yeah, and we saw Stateless lead Farigiraf and Staraptor in game 1 and game 2.
And 3.
And game 3.
Every game, yep.
So it would have been great to get the Defiant boost on the Kingambit.
Yep.
You know you have the Focus Sash. You can live one attack from this Staraptor, and then you Kowtow Cleave into the Farigiraf, and maybe you do a double up with whatever you've got in the back, on the side, sorry.
I think so. The Sinister Staraptor lead was very good from Kai because it completely neutralizes the Statless Staraptor, right? Brave Bird is now -1, who I assume has a berry.
Yep.
Have the option for the Trick Room Reversal if you're going to call out he's not going to Final Gambit me. And then, yeah, I think Mega Staraptor and just start boosting. And then having Wims in the back be, I think, the play.
Yeah, it seems like Kai had options for what he could have led. Yeah, had good Pokemon.
He was very. I think he got very fixated on Mega Gengar though, and
yeah, in that game 3,
a Scrafty, and a Farigiraf with Twin Beam and Torkoal. Like Torkoal's going to one shot unless you're the bulkiest of bulky Gengars. No speed, no special attack, just pure HP special defense. You're not living full HP eruption.
No, and we also saw that he did end up having the Kingambit in the back, so that would have been a really great play to switch into a Hyper Voice. Maybe that turn you try and again go for the Trick Room Reversal, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you've got your Kingambit applying your pressure to Sylveon or Farigiraf. Take your pick. We know from the late game that he had Scrafty and Staraptor in the back, so any switch ins would have only procced the Kingambit and boosted its attack even further.
So it's in one of those positions where it seems bad at the start, but if you can, get yourself with the Contrary on board, Defiant on board, and you're not dying to a Hyper Voice in either slot,
and then you could have also preserved your Staraptor for outside of Trick Room, and that would have been really good into the Scrafty. Yeah.
So yeah, I think. Look, it's not bad to have Gengar on the back, but you can also don't have to Mega Gengar. Yes, 170 base special attack in its form, and what is it, 130. That's still a decent special attack.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon if you're bringing Staraptor Kingambit, what do you think is better, the Gengar or the Garchomp?
Whimsicott. If you're bringing Staraptor, Whimsicott is better because although he has Armor Tail, it doesn't matter. You can side target, and yeah, you get yourself +4 special defense. Those super effective attacks aren't really super effective anymore. Okay,
All right.
Sounds like we're up here.
Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you.
I'm just going to do a stream reset so I can update the settings. Be right back.